Hey everyone, Max here. I wanted to bring another video to you because this is it. I love this. I'm so loving it right now. I think I'm the only one that gets it. Everyone else gets so bent out of shape in this movie talk game, and they don't realize what's going on. Listen, I'm not gonna. I like Mikey Sutton. I like Sil. I like my friends that are more favored to other scoopers. And I'll tell you what, I think everyone has sources, but when no one realizes isn't and these scoop wars. This is my second video on scoop wars. It's all part of the plan. Even these little factions of sites and scoop. Let's be real. How easy was it? John Campy likes to act like he's too cool for school and like he doesn't fall for this shit. But we all know how easy it was for an anonymous person to send him something for him to cover it. These are pawns. You are part of the machine. Why is this right now? I made the thumbnail earlier. It's January 1st. And the other thing is WB wants you to talk about Batman and not Spider-Man. Now, the other thing that's so funny is WB is so desperate that they're using their own controversial history of which characters they're going to continue on, the Snyderverse. Will Batfleck come on? I mean, that's why I keep putting Sadfleck in the thumbnail. That's part of their history. It's a meme. And listen, when Ben Affleck gave that interview that said he wanted to be step away from IPs. Now, he could be legit, but the timing is also sus too. Well, for two things, he had a film to promote that was failing, but also the time period, even before Spider-Man No Way Home was released, WB already knew what was going on in that film. Listen, if Popcorn Planet is also saying source, and they're all saying at the same time, my source is better than your source. I have this source. Well, I'm with this crew. I spoke with this person that worked on the film. I spoke with this. You probably all were had a media blitz at the same time with all your sources because you're all pawns and you're all talking about Batman instead of Spider-Man's box office this weekend. And it's January 1st, and you want your investors and stockholders to say, see, they're interested in Batman and Batmen. They're interested in what's going to happen. They want to get trending when Spider-Man and Marvel has been occupying the discussion towards the end of 2021. That's what this is about. You're all fools. Everyone's fools. And I'll tell this to my friends too. If you don't think you're doing speculating, or I will speculate on this, but I won't speculate on that. And I'm tired of talking about this. Do you realize why do you even talk about movies then? If you're tired of speculating, I really don't get this. I am completely shocked by my friends' reactions, and I hope they don't get mad at me for this video. I got friends on every side of everything. I have friends that like Mikey. I have friends that can't stand Mikey. I'm not going to kiss Mikey's ass just to get him back on the show. I'd like it if he comes back on the show. I also have to cover that on members only later. My freedom of speech that I allow in the chat also gives me headaches when trying to get potential guests on. I'm not going to censor you. You can criticize and critique my guests as much as possible, but it doesn't. If we do it too much, it also doesn't make it likely that I'm going to get more guests on the show, honestly. But this is just hilarious. Listen, I'm not completely sold on what, Sil and Mikey are selling, but I think they might be on to something, and I think there's strong possibilities. And I honestly think this whole Ben Affleck, is he going to be Batman or not going forward, is part of the marketing plan. And WB is so desperate that they are using the emotions of their consumers and fans to put so much buzz on this, where there's going to be so many questions on it that you need to know. And guess what? Buckle up, buckaroos, you're going to be having this will they, won't they until the release. Are they actually going to do this? Are they going to, come on, everyone. Come on, McFly. Come on, McFly. Do you understand what's going on? Of course they have sources. Lots of places have sources. It's not that hard. I don't care to. I report on other people. My source is my own madness and speculation and strong opinions and what I think is plausible. The other thing is things change. There's lots of plans. They don't know what they want to do until something gets trending, or they make it up as they go along. No one really has a thought out plan except Feige. That's the truth. That's the truth. You can like him or hate him, but he has a plan. He follows through for the most part. All these other executives are good at connections, but they do not have a solid plan. Look at Kathy Kennedy. She's made so many announcements that nothing comes to fruition. So I give this, and everyone thinks, my viewers think that I'm sold on Batflick's not done and the Snyderverse is not done. I say 50-50. 50-50. There's a need. The majority of my speculation comes from the needs of what they need to accomplish to compete. But what's happening right now, why is everyone talking about this right now and flipping their lids? It's because it's January 1st. They need clicks, and they need to move the conversation back towards WB's project instead of Sony. And, in Spider-Man, this is that's all this is. That's all this is. And they will do, and these marketing people and people in the industry at WB will do anything they can to get the attention back on themselves, even using and manipulating their own fans on the wants they want and the will they, won't they of the future of the DCU. They're going to use their failures to bring hype and get talked about. Now, if they stick to the rumors and the leaks coming out, it's going to probably be a disaster, but they still want you to talk about it. And you know what? There's probably people that are going to complain and watch it anyway. Me, I'm unsure. I think there's a strong possibility that they may not go with the original plan, and plans have changed if they were intelligent enough. If they were intelligent enough to read the room. Does WB need to know how to read the room? It's 50-50 there too. I don't know if they're smart enough to know how stupid it would be if they just stick to their guns and don't take in what their consumers are saying and their fans are saying. I think it'd be a mistake. I think things change all the time. It's a fluid situation. That's why the scoop game, you get stuff that changes, you get stuff that doesn't come true because they change their minds all the time. They can't plan a year ahead for anything. Listen, if anyone's talking to Andy Signore and he gets into the game, and guess what? I had to log out of Twitter because he blocked me. Even he is reporting. Is there a reason everyone's reporting at the exact same time? Yes, there is a reason. This was planned to get back onto their projects, and you to stop talking about Spider-Man No Way Home's box office. Take away some of that. Capitalize on some of that buzz with all these possibilities of bringing characters back and different versions. That's why Andy Signore got an exclusive. It's not because he vets his sources so hard. It's because he will go and run with anything, and if he still has one, because I don't think many people like him still in the industry. I'm sorry, he's too controversial. I think he's burned a lot of bridges, and that's the only reason that he got this scoop today, because they want you to think, oh no, now's their Val Kilmer potentially. Now, I think this has a strong possibility of happening as well. I do. I think it could be a lot cheesier then Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, if it's a CG and body doubles, that could be bad. Because the reason that Spider-Man No Way Home was a success was you got them in the flesh, and you got them when Tobey Maguire's older and more mature, and Andrew with his acting is even better than ever. So if you have to use CG, and now I love Val Kilmer, but if you have to, and I do think this is a strong possibility of happening, and this was not, and I believe this was not in the original plan for this film either for Val Kilmer. But based on buzz and what's trending, I think they will try it. I think it might not. I don't think it's going to be. I'll admit when I'm wrong. If they do this with Val Kilmer and he's in the Flash to capitalize on the Spider-Men, get as much as you can and cram it into the film. Let's be real. And it's not successful, I think they'll be laughed at. But I think they will try. And I think things have changed, and that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not afraid to say I'm wrong. And this is what's fun about movie talk. Man, people are all about it today, all about DC today. I'm always going to talk about it, and I'm always going to talk about rumors, and I'm always going to say I think most people, are full of it if they think theirs are the better. My sources are better than your sources. I think everyone has sources. I think Grace has sources, and I think they're using that report that Mikey did 10 months ago, that same report, and spreading it around to get people talking about Batman and the Flash. So you stop talking about Spider-Man box office. It's all part of the plan. Because look, well, here, let me show you this. Yeah, Val Kilmer, per his blessing, via CGI and body doubles. That could, if that does happen, I think it could have also been a last-minute addition, something they could add easily to get people excited, and maybe that might give possibilities of the Schumacher cut. Still hold out hope for the Ayer cut. I think the Schumacher cut is a lot more likely, especially if you have Val Kilmer there. I think it's a package deal if they do it. I think if Val Kilmer is in this, they say, hey, we're going to release the Schumacher cut too. He's probably got some deals on that, back-end deals for that specific film. Probably benefits him if they do another version. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. It's all fun, games, and speculation on Movie Talk. All right. Let me see here. Oh, that's what I wanted to show. Is Spider No Way Home box office? This is what WB does not want you to talk about, and this is why it's happening today. Look at the context of the situation. Not all these scoopers, they're like, I'm getting sources today. All the sources are going crazy. You're being used. You're a pawn. You're a pawn. You're part of the machine to spin news your direction. Because this is why. This is why. Spider-Man No Way Home destined for 600 plus million running domestic by end of New Year's weekend. Saturday AM update. This is why you're getting reports from Andy Signore and Val Kilmer because of this. And they are scrambling to push as much as they can in the Flash, in my opinion. And it may not be exactly like the reports are coming out now in the leaks. That may not be all. Things may have changed. Stay tuned. I'll see you later. If you want to talk about this more on members live stream later tonight, let me know. I'm sure we will discuss this further. But anyone that says 100% it's dead or it's not, or it is going to happen, be skeptical of everyone is all I'm saying. And listen to everyone too. And get outside of your little group of movie talk, because someone else has got a difference of opinion and they might be right too. And I don't think you should call anyone crazy, but you're all part of the plan and you're all part of the machine. And listen, Flash may not be a success, but they're getting what they want now, when Spider-Man is what you really should be talking about. Bye, everyone.